to the entertainment Talking Sports.
What is going on, football fans? Back at it with another New York Giants video. I had to switch cameras real quick because the computer's not charging again properly, but it should be charged by tonight. And due to all the roster moves, I'm going to go live tonight. Do a little hangout with you guys tonight, do a little Q&A, and we'll talk about Dion Lewis, we'll talk about Corey Coleman, and whatever else you guys want to talk about, being that there's not a lot going on right now. So hopefully I see some of you guys there for that, and should be a lot of fun. But in this video, I want to talk about Dion Lewis. I think it's is it the greatest move in the world? No. I see people, some people going crazy on Twitter because that's what people do when they're Giants fans, it seems, on Twitter. This is not a bad move. It's a one-year contract. And I talked a lot this entire offseason about trying to address the backfield. Obviously we have Saquon Barkley. Saquon Barkley's the horse. He's the guy that this team is going to run behind. But the backup running back position has been pedestrian. Saquon Barkley's first 2 years here. Now, granted, Wayne Gallman has not gotten the greatest opportunity. Gallman played better in his rookie year before Barkley got here, but since then he's averaged like 3.4, 3.5 yards a carry, and he's put the ball on the ground. That's been the biggest problem for me with Wayne Gallman, has been his ball security. And I know a couple of them came in the same game, but I think he's got like 9 fumbles or something like that. He's got a lot, whatever it may be. Maybe it's 6 in a very, small amount of carries. Lewis has 6 for his entire career, and I think he's got about 700 career touches. So he's, maybe 600, whatever it may have been. But it's a much better sample size in terms of ball security. He's a veteran. Obviously, the theme here, it's been the common theme with every free agent that this team has brought in, is the fact that he has a connection to Joe Judge. Every free agent we brought in has a connection to somebody. They played somewhere, for one of the coaches on this staff. And this is another former Patriot, something that I thought was going to be common this offseason. It's the second Patriot we've brought in, along with Ebner, the special teams contributor. Lewis is a guy that's going to catch your balls. Like I said, he's not a guy that's going to run good between the tackles. We'll get into his numbers. But with Tennessee, they've been incredibly underwhelming. What Judge may be thinking, Lewis is going to be 30 this year, so he's definitely entering the part where he's approaching the tail end of his prime. But he may be thinking that, in his scheme, similar to that of the New England Patriots, he could get better out of Lewis. Lewis had a career year in 2017 with New England before he headed off to Tennessee to play with a former New England Patriots player, Mike Vrabel. But, we'll have to wait and see. But let's jump into the tweet by Josina Anderson, and then we will jump into the numbers regarding Dion Lewis. I'm told Dion Lewis has agreed to terms with the Giants on a one-year deal per source. And, outside of the theme of the coaches and everything else, it fits the theme of the short-term contracts. You'll get all the contracts by the New York Giants. They've all been 3 years and one-year deals to give themselves cap flexibility. And I also did a rumor. I remember there was a rumor on Lewis going to the New York Giants. Did a rumor on that, and that the New York Giants may be interested. So I'm not surprised here with this signing. Like I said, wouldn't have been my first choice. I would have preferred a bruiser, but I do still think they could get a bruiser in the draft. So I'm not that upset about this move. I think it adds some depth into the backfield. Next thing we're going to pull up is his statistics. He started with the Philadelphia Eagles in 2011 and 2012 for 2 years. Was out of the league for a few years. Came back to New England when he was 25. And then really took off in 2017. 3 years with the team. In 2017, he had his career year. He had over 1,100 yards from scrimmage, 896 on the ground, 214 in the air, in which he averaged 5 yards a carry. Then he went to Tennessee. I know Conklin was out last year, or recovering from the injury, and he wasn't himself. But he only averaged 3.3 yards on the ground. So I certainly get why people are questioning this move. He's 30. Why are you bringing this guy in? He had 517 on the ground, and he had 400 yards through the air. So he could do, he does a little bit of both. He's short, but he's definitely a guy that can catch the football, and he's pretty sure in terms of holding on to the football. So I don't hate this move. Matter of fact, I like the move. Do I love it? No, it wouldn't have been my first choice. I would have preferred a bruiser, a big body back there, but he's a guy that could certainly add some depth to the field and give the New York Giants a different look. Yes, I know that the New York Giants brought in a similar back from New England, but it was a 4-year deal, and obviously we had much higher expectations for Shane Vereen to have a much bigger role with the New York Giants. Dion Lewis, to me, will be a part of a committee backing up Saquon Barkley. Barkley's still going to get the share. Expect to see Lewis get some touches on third down work. As a guy that can catch the football and, get a carry here and there. But I don't see him having a huge role. I still think Gallman could be involved if he shows up at training camp. Lewis obviously might have the upper hand, being that he's a Joe Judge guy. We'll have to wait and see, and I still think they could very well address the running back position in the draft. As always, guys, if you liked what you watched, please subscribe, drop a comment, maybe give me a little thumbs up. Cheers.